I did a video just recently talking about Prometheus, why I think the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes for that movie is too high. Not necessarily by a gigantic amount, but I still think it's a bit too high. The movie's frustrating because there are good things about it on a purely technical level. It's great. VFX, cinematography, CGI, lighting, production and set design, costumes and makeup, sound design, score. There's some interesting characters here like David, Shaw, and there's good music in here as well. But ultimately the problem to me is that this movie feels like it's at war with itself. It cannot decide whether it wants to be an Alien prequel or an ambitious, high concept sci fi film. It's exploring all these big ideas. Then the movie doesn't both ask a lot of questions without providing any answers and ends on a big cliffhanger, just teasing the next movie. Makes me feel like, why did I bother watching this movie when it's just a setup for the next one? There are characters that make incredibly stupid decisions. Casting Guy Pearce as an old Peter Wayland is a very weird decision. And then the movie is is a great example, I would say, of answering questions I wasn't asking. I don't want the alien creature, the xenomorph, to have this very complicated, convoluted origin. The mystery of where these creatures came from is more interesting to me. In the case of this movie, you have the xenomorph mural on the wall. You have the black goo that at the beginning of the movie we see create humanity, and then we see it create a worm creature when it's on the floor, and then it turns one of the members of the crew into basically a zombie after David slips a bit of it in the guy's drink, and then Shaw ends up after her and after she had sex, having being pregnant with this alien creature that she takes out of her. That alien creature ends up impregnating a space jockey, the alien that created humanity, and now for some reason wants to kill humans. There's this alien creature that we see pop out of the space jockey right at the end of this movie. It's similar looking to similar to the xenomorph, but not identical. The problem with this to me is it's like, wait a minute, what's going on here exactly? How do all these things connect to each other? How does this make sense as a prequel to Alien? I think I may know some of these things connect. Oh no, actually, I don't know how this all connects. Also, and our problem is that in the original two Alien movies, the tech was less advanced. Those movies had a more low tech feel to them, whereas Prometheus looks a lot more futuristic, even though it's a prequel set before the Alien movies. The technology looks way more advanced in Prometheus than in Alien and Aliens that are set after Prometheus. So overall, I don't think this movie works. I can respect the ambition. I can acknowledge there's good things about it, but ultimately I don't think the movie works. It suffers from some of the biggest pitfalls that a prequel can suffer from, I would say.